Shalom, 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 yasha'Allah. It's your boy, Brother Allah, back at you with another quick edifying video. Today's lesson is going to be called Gird Up Now Thy Loins Like a Man. Gird up now thy loins like a man. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, and his only begotten Son's name, who you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahawashi. All right, and the Holy Spirit, which is the Rawchaa. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who have ruled well through the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed this gospel and this truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom. Another mighty shalom to all you Akim out there laboring on the highways and on the hedges and on the unicorn, which is this internet, pushing this 100% doctrine, this 100% truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom to you all as well. Like I said, today's lesson is going to be called Gird Up Now Thy Loins Like a Man. All right. And, just meditating on the times that we're living in. All right. This is the time to get your mind right. All right, to brace for what's about to happen, or what's about to come upon this earth, man. All right. This is Job chapter 38 and verse number 3. It says, "Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me." All right. In the NLT, it says, "Brace yourself like a man, because I have some questions for you, and you must answer them." All right. And this is the time to like I said, to brace your mind. All right. Brace yourself, because hey, you have to have you're gonna have to have a certain mentality. All right. In these coming up times. All right. Because times are gonna get, very hectic. All right. We go to 2nd Esdras 14 and verse number 10. I'll start at verse 10. It says, "For the world have lost its youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of the 10th part. And there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part." All right. And if you understand now, right, Esau has its doomsday clock. So he knows his time is limited. This time is almost up. All right. And knowing that, right, you must get your mind right. All right. You men, you Israelite men, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you the diaspora who look like these other nations, but your lineage goes back to Jacob. Hey, you men, it's time for you to brace your mind, man, to get yourself together. All right. Because the times that are coming upon this earth are going to be greatly evil. All right. It says, read on now, "Therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption." All right. And this is the time, all right, to reprove, to correct, our people. As the men, we are the leaders. All right. And we should be doing so. All right. It says, "Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature," man. All right. And this society, has put a weak mentality on a lot of men. All right. It's time to shake that off, man. All right. And gird yourself up, man. Gird your mind. All right. Get your mind right. All right. Gird your loins. It's talking about getting your mind right. All right. Because, hey, it's about to get crazy out here. It says, "And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times." Okay. It says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter." All right. So understanding that times of evil are coming, and they're already here. All right. And they're only going to get worse. All right. This is the time to get your mind right. All right. The scriptures talk about, what's that? 1 Corinthians, 13. 1 Corinthians 13, I believe it's 11. All right, it says, When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. All right. The NLT says, when I was a child, I spoke and I thought and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things. All right. This is the time, man. All right. To put away all the games and all this stuff. This is a time. Remember the Ecclesiastes. There's a time for everything. All right. And this is a time to get your mind right. All right. Your boy Jesus say, get your mind right. All right. Because the times that we are about to enter. All right. If you don't have the right state of mind, man, it's going to be all hell and chaos. All right. And the only way to get your mind right is to meditate and have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. Girded up in your loins, in your mind. Okay. It says, so when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away the childish things. And that's what we got to do, man. All right. This is not the time to be, spending, 2 days, binging, 2K 26 or whatever they got out now. Right. This is not the time to be, putting off from day to day. All right. The scriptures tell you, make no haste to turn to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and put not off from day to day. All right. Understanding that the times that we're living in, right? Ephesians 5 and I'll start at verse 14. It says, wherefore he that saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give you light. All right. It's time to snap out of that sleeper state. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Romans 13, Salakia. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11, it says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. All right. Telling you that greater evils are getting ready to come upon the earth. And we're in these last days. We are at seconds left. All right. In this rulership, man. All right. It says, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let's put on the armor of light. All right. So a true man is going to, gird himself. He's going to gird his loins with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. From above. All right. It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, and not in strife and envying. Okay. It says, put ye on the Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. All right. And that time is over. All right. We're in a time of it's going to be great evils and wars. All right. And we're in this spiritual warfare right now. All right. So understanding that, we have to be girded. All right. Because what does it say? Let's go back to Ephesians 5. Right. Ephesians 5. And it says, I'll read verse 14 again. It says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give you light. All right. It's time to wake up out of that dead estate. All right. It's time to wake up out of that, that sleep mentality. All right. That the Lord put on his people. All right. And it's time to wake up. All right. And understand, this truth. All right. Understand what's going on. All right. And stand up as a man. All right. Salakia. Let's go to book of Psalms. Right. 94. And verse number 16. It says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Right. And it's time as men, to stand up, man. All right. And this is the time to stand 10 toes down for Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi in these last days. All right. The scriptures talk about in 2nd Esdras those who stood stiffly for the name of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right. And this is that time to, to pronounce and to exalt that name. All right. Continuously. All right. Through everything. All right. To stand 10 toes down in the name of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right. The scriptures say that some of us will even be martyrs for this thing. All right. But even that, and we hold fast to the faith, man. All right. And stay grounded. All right. Let me get back to this. Ephesians 5. In verse number 15, it says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, and not as fools, but as wise." It says, "Redeeming the time, because the days are evil." Okay, and we are truly living in evil days at this time. Okay, the days are, are waxing worse and worse. People are waxing worse and worse. Okay. And understanding that, this is the time to gird yourself up, all right, as a man, and prepare yourself, prepare your mind. And the only way that you can do that is by seeking Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. All right? It's by seeking Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay? Because the only way you're making it out of this is through, Yahawah, Yahawashi at the end of the day. All right? So I just wanted to do this, quick lesson. Hey, this is not the time to faint, man. This is the time to go hard. All right. If you fall, get back on your feet, dust yourself off, and keep pushing. All right. Hey, in these days, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Right. You fall down. Right. People these days are just going to walk. They're just going to look at you, walk over you. All right. Step over you and keep it pushing. All right. This is your time to get back on your feet and keep going. All right, you fall, dust yourself off, man. Get back up and keep pushing, man. All right, we're at the end of this race, man. All right, and who's at the finish line is Yahawah, Yahawashi, man. Right, the author and finisher of our faith, man. This is the time to keep that faith and keep pushing in these last days. All right, so I just, Lord's will, this was, edifying as well as exhorting. All right, but with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Peace and blessings to the elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad. A mighty shalom to the 144,000 men. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS who ruled well through the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days. Another mighty shalom to the rest of the elect out there. Stay diligent, stay focused. All right, keep praying for one another. All right, keep this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and the stability of your times, man. All right. The name of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it, and it's safe. All right, that's your protection. All right, that's your power, and you got to utilize that in these days, and stand up and prepare yourself and prepare your mind. All right, and put your trust and your faith in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right, and with that, we say a ball, and shalom.